The Igbo people of Nigeria celebrate their rich culture in many ways. One of its most vibrant celebrations is a traditional wedding ceremony, originally celebrated in the homestead of the bride. In recent times, traditional wedding ceremonies are being celebrated anywhere on account of convenience for both families. Our lenses caught up with the cultural wedding of Chinedu and Brittany in Lagos. Although hosted in the cosmopolitan city of Lagos, attracting dignitaries from different ethnicities, the ambience reflected the cultural richness of Igbo land. At the entrance, the guests are serenaded with a cultural dance performance. On entry, the live band renders soulful indigenous melodies fit for the occasion. At traditional weddings of the Igbo people, families intertwine. Thus, it is not unusual to find flamboyantly dressed guests cut across both families, friends, and well-wishers, present to witness this symbolic ceremony. A revered custodian of culture speaks on this traditional rite.
In our custom, that every woman, before he is joined married, must undergo traditional marriage in his town, or so to say, anywhere that the bride chooses. So it's our culture in the land that any woman who wants to marry must be blessed by his kindred, and you will invite the in-laws to come. Without having traditional marriage, the marriage is null and void.
There's a proverb called Odibendi or Unko Dibendi Negere Hanni, which means whatever firewood you have in your place is what makes food for you. So that said, even before the coming of the Europeans, traditional marriage existed. That is the essence of marriage. Once the two families agree, you exchange drinks, kola nut, and some other things depending on the culture. But that is the key to marriage. the Europeans came and I wouldn't say they brainwashed us to start talking about church marriage, but the binding factor in any marriage is traditional marriage. However, recently, even if you do traditional marriage, the marriage is not legal until you get an approval from the registry. That's all binds you. But outside that, the only thing that binds every marriage is the traditional marriage. Every other thing is like icing on the cake.
Okay, I'm not an Igbo person. I'm from the Rivers State. The thing that is there is that traditional is the core marriage of what is recognized. Even in courts, the traditional marriage is recognized. The white wedding is just a ceremonial aspect of our tradition, which we bought from the white people. But this is our own tradition. This is what formalizes marriage in our tradition. Yeah, so it is very important that a man and a woman living both parents must be recognized traditionally in their place, and that's why you see the both families come together and negotiate on how to take care of each other. And so traditional aspect is the most important in marriage in Nigeria.
The ceremony kicks off with the kola nut presentation by the bride's family to the groom's family. Prayers and blessings are made over the kola nut, after which it is broken. The breaking of the kola nut signifies the opening of hearts and the forging of a new bond between families. This is immediately followed by the entrance of the bride, gracefully dressed and accompanied by other young ladies, donning a single color attire, styled in different eye-popping designs. This is one beautiful aspect of contemporary traditional wedding, which could be said to be a banquet of live fashion creations.
Now you see it's a traditional African wedding.
That's right.
In fact, an Igbo traditional wedding, to be precise.
That's right.
Remember when you did my own?
That was some 27 years ago, yes.
Okay, you need to recapitalize. You need to do it again. Look at this traditional wedding. See how flamboyant.
It was grand.
See how grand.
It was grand.
Guys, let me tell you.
Yeah.
During my own, it was in our village. You know all those village people?
Yes.
They came out.
That's where it's meant to be.
Which one is that how it's meant to be?
That's where it's meant to be.
Okay, are you trying to say that the culture has evolved to the point where traditional weddings now hold in the cities, in America, anywhere, right?
Oh, yes. You see, tradition is a very dynamic thing.
True.
It moves with the people. And because these people are based in Lagos, they held a traditional wedding here in Lagos.
Okay.
And the tradition would be observed.
Where do we live now?
We live in Lagos.
Okay, I want another traditional wedding right here in Lagos.
On her second entrance, garbed in different apparel, the bride, a radiant symbol of beauty and grace, begins her work towards her new life by approaching her parents, who present her with a cup of local wine. At acceptance, she rises in search of her would-be groom. Ultimately, she identifies her groom and presents him with the wine. As they rise, they strut forward to the groom's family, where they are welcomed by passionate cheers. Both parents and family members offer their profound blessings. The elders, repositories of tradition, impart valuable lessons on building a strong and enduring marriage, reminding the couple of the sacred vows they are about to take. After which the couple hits the dance floor for their first dance as a couple, serenaded by the soulful performance of Nigeria's Afro-pop icon, Chike. The celebratory dance, a pulsating expression of communal joy, welcomes the couple into a new chapter of their lives, one filled with laughter, music, and the warmth of family. Some of the attendees shared their thoughts on the event.
So marriage is a thing that is ordained by God. When one or two are gathered, they become one. God said that they will become one. So as they have started this journey today, they are now one. So it's a thing that every parent wishes for the children. So now, my friend, Chefema Ifejika, has given out his first daughter to be married today.
The advice that I have for the bride and groom, I mean, I've been married for over 30 years now, and two advice I'll give you. Number one is prayer. Have a prayer altar where both of you kneel down and pray to the Almighty God. And number two, try to outdo one another in terms of loving each other. So if he's sending you lovely messages, you send even lovelier messages. If
Nike Art Gallery is a hotspot for art enthusiasts, tourists, collectors, and more interestingly, an incubator for artists. Owned by the arts maven, Chief Nike Okundaye Davis, this art gallery has, through its open door policy, given up and coming artists a platform for self-discovery and economic growth. With concerns about environmental degradation and climate change adduced to waste, upcycling art is gaining traction. We spoke to two artists whose works derived from upcycled metals have seen increased patronage owing to his affiliation to the Nike Art Gallery.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
How you doing, my man?
I'm fine. And you, sir?
What's your name, man?
I'm Ifeanyi Ekele.
Ifeanyi Ekele?
Yeah.
Wow. Is this your work?
Yeah, this is my work.
What's this? Is this a reindeer or not
a reindeer?
Reindeer?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now, when I look at this artwork, what comes to my mind is, I wonder how long it takes you to put this together.
I try representing an animal, a reindeer, and I try using scrap metals in producing it. So what I do, I scavenge. I go around, pick the ones I want to pick, then go to the junkyard, buy the ones I buy. So I come back to my studio where I do the assembling of the metals. So I decided to bring out this with the use of scrap metals. If you look at it very well, you can see spoons and the generator parts. Then the earth pan too. I was really moved by the earth pan because my growing up then I worked with some casual workers, so they used the earth pan. So I decided to make use of the earth pan for the stomach. So, and this, for me producing this to this level, it took me 3 months in the studio to get it to this finished stage that it is. It took me 3 months to produce this.
Wow, 3 months.
Yeah.
When I see some of the items welded together to make up this piece, I see spoons,
yeah.
I see chains, I see plates. Do you have to buy the spoons, or you?
I buy the spoons.
You buy them.
Yeah. Every item that has been used, we'll buy them from the junkyard.
Oh, I see.
Going into art wasn't really an easy task for me because one, then people look at artists like, what are they really doing? The family, your friends, like, how do you sell your works? How do you get patronage? They see you as, you don't really know what you're doing. The rejection and the rest. But I believe as time goes on, it's getting interesting. I've really been putting food on my table with my works, and the patronage has really been wonderful. The main reason of this is trying to clean up our environment. So that this one now is titled From Waste to Wealth.
Waste to wealth.
To wealth, yeah. So trying to, like, those things you feel they are not useful, we as an artist still bring them back to your environment, make them more beautiful to suit your environment. So making animal is just one funny creature among all. So I try representing animals in most of my jobs of art I do.
Now, so if you were to put a price tag to this, what are we looking at?
Well, I'll say 12 million.
Through the expansive promotional efforts of art galleries like the Nikkei Art Gallery, artists hitherto unknown have attained the zenith of prominence.
Working with Mama Nikkei has really exposed me to so many things, meeting clients. Then she has this great wisdom of art in her. So coming around her every time, there's always something to learn from. So Mama Nikkei has really been a wonderful mother and an arts promoter too.
You are watching
Goge Africa!
Lagos is a fast-paced and bustling city. Here are some tips and tricks to exploring Africa's most populous city. Bargain. In Lagos, bargaining is seen as a natural flow of events. When you make a purchase, always bargain for a price lower than what the seller proposed. Exchange greetings. Lagosians appreciate good manners above everything else. When in Lagos, greet people you interact with, or say a simple hello or good morning. It goes a long way in getting you familiar with people you run into. Learn a few phrases in the local language. After spending a few days in Lagos, some phrases should stick in your head. Common Yoruba phrases like Ekaro and Eshe are easy to remember and go a long way in making a good first impression. Always board colored vehicles. Lagos taxi and buses are denoted by yellow colors with black stripes. They are available at all times. Do not board unknown vehicles that promise to get you to your destination. Instead, use an online service to book a taxi. Ask for directions twice. Finding your way around Lagos can be difficult for a journey just come, especially in secluded places with unidentified streets. While traveling in Lagos, make sure to ask for directions from more than one person, but don't ask people who do not look responsible, or you might risk being misled. Carry enough change for little purchases. Most automated teller machines (ATM) dispense cash in 1,000 Naira notes and 500 Naira notes. Don't give a hawker 1,000 Naira note for a 20 Naira purchase, or you may end up in a squabble or have to do away with your change. And until same time next week when we do come your way again, we say bon voyage.
Aye, 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 aye. Goge Africa, Goge Africa, Goge Africa. Uza uza wa goge, uza uza wa goge, uza uza wa goge, uza uza wa goge.
Oh my God. All right, guys. It's been such a wonderful time right here at the wedding, the traditional wedding. But right now, we got to sign off. But I had me a good time. Lots of food, good networking, beautiful people of Africa. Ooh.
Oh, yes.
What you got to say, honey?
Oh, yes. I mean, for all you unmarried guys out there, I tell you, marriage is sweet. And if you have to do it right. Do it right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And until same time, let's meet you again in another beautiful episode. You stay alive and have fun.